today I have a video for you that, in my opinion, I've got the best, solidest welding cart, period. I don't think there's another cart out there that tops what I just put together. That includes the square footage footprint that is below it. That includes the square cubic inch amount of storage, allowing you to hold 2 bottles, 2 welders, possibly a plasma cutter, helmets, gloves, and everything for less of a footprint. If you know of a cart that has less of a footprint than mine and can hold more, please let me know in the comment section, because I don't think it exists. Let's dive right in. All right, previously on the last video with the tool cart, we built this monster storage contraption by adding a shelf. If you haven't checked out that video, go back and check it out. But I listened to a lot of y'all in the video, and I did pick up the correct side table for the cart, and I want to show you the difference. We're going to jump right into this welding cart, transforming it with more room and a storage on top using our leftover tray from when we modified this cart. So check it out. All right, so we had the big black flip out storage thing on this, and it didn't, if you caught last video, it really didn't stick out too far. It did stick out on both sides, but it wasn't terrible. And I had no earthly idea that there was a difference in the carts, or the tables for the flip up carts. And y'all pointed it out to me and I listened. So originally we had this one right here, which is made for this 5-drawer cart like this style. Y'all told me that they make one for the 4-drawer cart, and sure enough they do. They definitely make it smaller. Let's see here the difference if it shows. This one is a 18¼ by 16 7/8 workspace. And this one, they're embarrassed to even say, but they do try to tell you 210 square feet. Realistically, what is the difference? Let me show you. There's the difference. So that's quite a bit of loss. So that is 2 3/4 you're losing on outwards length, and 2 1/2 you're losing on width. It does look more correct, that's for sure. It doesn't look as tacky hanging all off the side. Don't know if I'm super excited about losing the storage space, but don't ever say I don't listen to my viewers. It's on to the next task. All right, so we have this leftover cart from that previous build, and I would like to incorporate it with this modified welding cart to add another storage to the top of it for helmet and gloves and welding blankets or whatever. So what do we exactly have here? Let me show you real fast again from the last video. So we have a normal 2-drawer cart, but what we've done is put these little extensions in here. So I actually nut serted into this piece. I did not do a video when I built it, so I cut this little extension right here out of some scrap corner iron and nut serted into it and bolted it up to raise the drawer up. Now I had to do that because my prime weld, as you can see, is down below, and you have to be able to lift the prime welder up and get it out if you have to service it. So we had to lift that up. We put a bar across here to hang clamps on. It's just got a simple end on it that's through bolted to hang the clamps on, and then we have all of our welding supplies inside of here. So 2 welders, 1 cart, brand new Millermatic 211 Pro that we just upgraded to, and then the prime weld TIG, and then we just got it welded or hanging off the end. So what we want to do is add 1 more level since we have this cart. Now I'm using these scrap metal legs that I have, but all you're going to need is some kind of angle iron, corner iron, aluminum 90. You can pick it up at all the big box stores. Just go to the hardware section, start looking around, and you're going to find something that's in the shape of a 90 basically. I'm thinking right now we're going to bolt these to here. All right, we're going to probably drill the holes out. We're going to get these bolted up to the outside corners, and then the measurements are looking like it will fit inside this legs. So let me get started and I'll show you. And for everybody that was wondering about the rest of this cart, I also built this rack. I basically just bent up some metal. I'm not going to take the bottles off right now, but it's just bent up metal with a bead roll through the center for some strength, and made me a rack. You could build that out of pretty much whatever you can find laying around, but pretty simple. Ratchet strap holds the bottle on top. Let's add the top. Okay, so we have to be able to lift our Millermatic up and take it out of here if we need to take it somewhere and weld, and we're not taking the cart. So that means that we need the distance from the bottom of the Millermatic to the top plus some to be able to snake this thing out. So that looks like it is 15 inches tight is what it's going to be. The handle is below these 2 handles. So between here And the bottom of the next layer, we at least need 15, but you want to be able to pick it up with your hands at least like this and kind of roll it a little. So I'm thinking we go 17 above that. So let's see here. Let's mock up real fast. So if that's gonna be 15, and we need at least roughly 17, then we need maybe a 2x6 or a 2x4 laid across the top for mock up. What we'll actually do is we'll put us a 2x4 here. 2x4 is what, inch and a half, inch and 3/4? Wow, it's embarrassing that I can't remember that. Wow, it's under an inch and a half actually, like inch and 3/8. This one is inch and a half. So let's go with this. So that overall, this decking board, that is gonna be our 2 1/4. So that should be enough to get us where we need to be. So mock up like that. That's how high our cart's gonna be, our top cart. So not bad, I can see in the top of it and everything. And we're gonna have to get all this painted and cleaned up. But this would be a nice place to be able to put some stuff up here, maybe even some welding scraps, some metal, little pieces. I'm thinking about that. So now we can figure our legs. Now it's looking like from the measurements, this measurements right here is 29 1/4 basically. And across our front of our cart, we have 30 1/2. So we're searching for 29 1/4. So if we go to the outside of the bar to outside of the bar, we're at 30. If we go to the outside of this bar and we go to the inside of this bar, we're at 20, basically 29 1/8. So this is 29 1/8. So that's where our pieces are gonna go. The back side, outside of this bar, inside of this one, that's gonna set the front back just a little bit, which is, I'm not against that. So for width, we're looking at 15 1/2 shy. And our outer of this one is 16. The outer of the black bars are 15 1/2. So basically we're gonna be outside of the black bar on the back, inside the black bar on the front. This should be pretty straightforward. Our legs need to be, now that we have this thing mocked up, it's point of marking up, our legs need to be 20 inches. So let's cut the legs at 20 and get them painted. Now for the color that we are using to match this up so that it's close to the same, we're gonna be using this. I went over this in the past video, I'll show it again. It's gonna be a gloss cherry made by Rust-Oleum. I prefer to get this from Lowe's. I'll try to tag it and link in the description or on this video. Probably be either Lowe's, Home Depot, or Walmart will probably pop up as the tag. Now, if you did not do our previous build over here and you're buying the 2-drawer cart plus the 3-shelf cart, then you'll be able to use the legs off of the 3-shelf cart to do this whole entire build. You can actually probably even take the leftover trays off the 3-shelf cart and you can use them probably down there for your rack for your welding bottles. You're just gonna have to cut it and get a little creative. You should be able to take the 4 legs off of the 3-shelf cart and cut this little extension to lift yours up as much as you need for clearance. And you might not need to lift yours at all if whatever you're putting under the bottom will work. But then you'll be able to use what's left to go on the top to go up here. You'll just, again, need to do the math just like I just did on your welders or what you're using. While we're waiting for paint to dry, let me give you another tip for your home garage to help you make the most out of your space. When you're working in a limited space like I am, a lot of times the secret, just like we talked about in the previous video, to make more cubic inch worth of storage within a certain square footage is you have to think of it like this. You have a box sitting on the floor, you got to go up. You have to use the cubic inches all the way from the floor all the way to the ceiling without taking up as much or as little square footage as you can on the floor. That's gonna make you feel like you have more space overall. One thing I did in the past was do these boxes. I picked these up from the auction, plasma cut some brackets for these, which I can sell these brackets if you're interested. Basically, they hold all my long metal stock. And then inside each of these boxes is home paint, home caulking, home shelving brackets, home paintbrushes, stuff like that, stuff that I rarely use. My brackets are super simple. They have some different holes cut out of them, as you can see, and they allow me to put long pieces in there and take up valuable floor space and get them off of my floor. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and disclose to you is that if you do this, you're no longer going to be able to flip your lid completely up. So if you have to, if you're one of these types that has to absolutely access your lid, you might want to take a picture, have it in your phone, or not do the mod. For me, I don't care. We'll be able to flip this thing up still and hook a bungee cord over it or something to load the wire in and out. That little bit of setback or inconvenience is well worth to have another tray to put welding stuff on. All right, so first step that we are having to change is when you put your cart together, normally you put the Phillips screws on the outside with the nuts on the inside. But in order to have enough room to fit this right here inside the corner, and more than likely also with the metal you're using, I'm having to switch to the nuts on the outside and the Phillips screws on the inside. That's giving me just barely enough that I'm gonna be able to sandwich this in here, because these are gonna go on the inside of the cart to make the correct width. All right, so we got our four legs on now. On the front ones, or this is what I'm calling the front, again, they're gonna go on the inside of the bar like that. So you're not gonna have to move anything. You can reuse all the same hardware. You can leave the nuts on the inside of that one, but these back here, they got to be flipped because this basically gets sandwiched up against the edge of the cart and the bolts are in the way, whereas there's no bolts in this way. If you wanted to drill 2 more holes through here and use some extra hardware to lock that in, you can, but I don't think I'm too worried about that because it's sandwiched in this corner, meaning it can't really go that way. Let's go ahead and put the wood back on top for mock-up position just to hold it so it's easier to get it clamped into place. We'll sit the cart in there, we'll clamp it, and then we'll drill it. All right, so now that I got all 4 corners clamped, I'm using the hardware that come out of my 3-cart when I took it apart. So if you bought the 3-cart, obviously to do this, then you can use the hardware from that to put these together. This is probably not the same looking hardware because this is over 10 years old, but it is from that cart. So I'm gonna do the bottoms first. I clamped the top so I can get my height right. I'm gonna go through and drill all the bottoms. I'm gonna move this clamp over to this side to clamp that one tight. Being mine are not perfectly, my pieces aren't perfect 90s like yours probably is. And then I'll come back and do the tops. Unfortunately, the holes don't line up enough to do anything with. And I did go ahead and touch up the outside of this with paint. Yours is hopefully brand new. I really need to do the inside of mine. I'll probably do that afterwards. I'm gonna go ahead and pause you right here. You might want to leave one of your legs long. I didn't think about rolling up the cord. Now, of course, we can bungee cord across the top, S-hook it off the top, S-hook it off of these. Like, there's tons of options. But if you leave one long, then you can literally just drape your cord over the corner, or you could leave 2 of the front corners long, whatever you want to do. Actually, I've got this handle too off of that build that, wow, is spaced the correct way. Dude, let's switch this up, actually. You can leave one long if you don't have a handle left over, but we're going to put this handle on there. Man, that'd be perfect. All right, so that is pretty freaking solid if you ask me. That is, that's a welding cart right there, dude. Finally somewhere safe to put the helmet. And even better is this right here. I don't know if y'all are like me, but I have a nice helmet for TIG, and I have a helmet that gets beat all up for MIG. And well, I'm tired of keeping my helmet in here. I'm gonna order bags for this. A lot of helmets come with bags. Mine did not. So I'm gonna order 2 helmet bags and be able to cover them up so they don't get dust and grinding dust all over them. And also that way they're not triggering on and off from lights in the ceiling, because if your helmet's on, then it could be auto dimming and darkening the whole entire time, killing your battery. If you're having that issue, that might be why. So, man, I think I'm gonna hit Harbor Freight. This weekend is 3 for 20, or 3 or 5 items, 30% off, under 20. I'm gonna paint the inside of this out real fast, cover this stuff up with a blanket, and just rattle can out the top. And I'm gonna go get a liner. They're only like $6, $7 from Harbor Freight. I'm gonna get a liner for up there. Technically, I'd have enough to do that one too. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll just save it for when we pull the welder off. But man, that's freaking solid. I mean, you could literally, possibilities are endless now. S hooks off of here, order you some S hooks and hang your cables or whatever. Like, dude, that's unreal. That's the Harbor Freight clamp setup right there. That's perfect for me. And that's going to be nice and consolidated. And it freed up, like I said, my space is going to free it up in there where that welder's over here. And if you have a plasma cutter or something, you could put the plasma cutter up top. You could put wire up top. I would just keep the lightweight stuff up top. I mean, this cart is not, I mean, look, it just moves, but it's not top heavy. It's not like it's about to tilt over or anything. It's actually pretty freaking solid. And all these pieces we added are really lightweight. So huge win in my opinion. I think there's rumor that on the 1st it's going to be 15% off, maybe ITC, maybe not. I'm not 100% sure. But it might be a good time for you to go snag these carts if you missed carts in the past, or hold out for maybe the 20% off or the better deals, and just put this in the back of your memory as you're searching to grab yourself a 3 cart. If you go ahead and grab the 2 cart, the 3 cart, and the 4 tech cart, the 4-drawer tech cart, you could build both of these all out of that cart. The only thing you'd have to do if you're going to build both is, again, you're going to have to buy some 90 to do it. If you want to build just this out of the 3 cart and the 1-drawer cart, this right here, then you should be able to use the legs out of the 3 cart, and then you're going to be right back where you have 2 of the trays left over. Maybe later, then you could do the 4 tech cart like we did in the previous video. So let me know your opinion on this, what you think about this cart. I know for me, space saver, perfect, is exactly what I've been looking for. Even can get some dedicated welding gloves maybe now and throw them up top. Dude, whatever. This is perfect. Thanks, y'all. Smash the like button for me. Thanks.